As I've mentioned before here on the channel, the gun duo might be the most reliable shotgun run that you can call in short yardage situations because it has one of the more unique blocking schemes in the game, which is designed to get your centers and your guards and even your guards and your tackles on combo blocks that will reach to the second level and open up a very, very easy run lane for the running back. This reliable source of yardage can make this the best short yardage run and or goal line run in the game. And a lot of players don't know how to stop this without over committing to it. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys the features of this blocking scheme and also how to gap shoot this without being in something that is too aggressive from a defensive point of view. So make sure you guys are subscribed right here to the channel, hit that notification bell, get out your notepad, and let's get to work. Now, if you're looking for a offensive playbook that is chock full of duo run concepts, look no further than the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, Harbaugh brought this over. This is one of his favorite run schemes, but we're going to take a look specifically at the LA Chargers bunch strong offset. The reason I want to look at this one specifically is that the bunch strong is such a popular offensive formation this year. A lot of players love to run this just because you can't really run true cover 4 match against it. It has some really awesome stuff in it in the form of flood, dagger, it's got corner strikes. So this is one of the more popular bunch strongs in the game already, but this duo really puts a bow on the entire project. So let's go ahead and kind of talk about how this works. Now, I have done content here before on the channel on duo, so I want to do a brief refresher. The way that this scheme is designed is that you are going to have every single lineman looking to the weak side of the blocking scheme. So in this particular defense, we have a 3-3 odd type look. We've got this defensive end that's lined up in a 5 tech or maybe a 4-eye. You've got a 0 tech or a nose tackle over the center. And then you have this other 5 or a 4-eye right here in this particular look. Now with this standard alignment, which is very popular, odd fronts are probably the most prominent defensive front you'll face. What you're going to end up with in this is a block to the second level by the guard on the left. Now with this, you don't necessarily have that weak side rule that I was just alluding to. We'll get to that momentarily. But when you have this head up look right here, basically what we know is that we are going to be getting the center to block on the nose tackle, and you're going to see the guards fire out to that second level. And you see right here that the linebackers tried to go run side here, and this just opened up a really easy lane up the middle. In fact, we just completely washed those linebackers out. But that's when we have a standard, basically 4-0-4 front, which is what I just showed you here, 4-0 and 4. Of course, you're going to run into defenses where your line is going to be set up slightly different. Particularly, you're going to have a 1 and a 3 technique where you're going to have the gaps occupied. Now with these types of fronts, this is where the duo can really get awesome because we're going to get those combo blocks, hence the name duo, where you're going to have a 2-on-1 climb to the second level. Now, unlike a zone-based run, like inside zone or outside zone, AKA stretch, the double teams on this are dedicated. This is basically a man-to-man blocking scheme that has rules for how the offensive lineman will combo block up to the linebackers that are set up behind the defensive line. In other words, this is called power without a puller. If you're thinking power O, the guard oftentimes pulls out in front. Now with this, we are going to be following the weak side check rules here. So with the center, the run might be going to the right, but the center has to look and see if there is someone lined up on his weak shoulder. And in this case, there basically is. So what we're going to see out of this blocking scheme is you're going to see the center and the left guard combo block on that left defensive tackle. And then you're going to see on the right side, you have this offensive tackle number 72. He has a lineman lined up to his weak shoulder in the form of Fisk here. So you're going to see that with both of these defensive linemen, we're going to get this combo block. Now I've moved guys around here, so I'm going to reset the ball. Let's go ahead and get a fresh look here with these players shifted over. And I want to show you how these combo blocks occur. So what you're going to see is the center and the guard and the tackle combo block, and then we just read it. So again, top down here, you're going to see that the center and the left guard combo block on number 92, the right guard and the right tackle combo block on the other defensive tackle here. And then we basically have to read how the linebackers flow. If the linebacker, number 29 here on the left, goes to the right side, number 51 is going to take him. And if he were to go to the other side, number 76 will take him. So I'm going to show you guys how this works here. here, I'm going to basically flash into that left side here. So you're gonna see here's the combo block, and you see how the left guard took him. Now right there, I was using the defensive controller, so I didn't accelerate through the lane on offense, but you can see how this operates. So this is basically a combo block where both players are reading the linebacker behind the combo block. If they fill inside or outside, the correct lineman is going to peel off and is going to pick him up. And of course, as you can see right here, this makes for gap shooting against this type of run very difficult. Now, real quick before I show you how to stop this, if you enjoy this type of content, again, just a reminder, make sure you're subscribed right here, drop a like on the video, a comment below is also helpful to push this video out in the YouTube algorithm. But this type of content has lived on my strategy website, Gridiron Game Plans, all season long. While it is late January at this point, this is the type of content that my customers over on the website are getting early in the season to know what the best runs are, how to counter them as well, to beat the most prominent metas that you face online. The Vault is a weekly updated resource focused on what pro players are doing, how it works, and how to counter it. On top of that, you get all offensive and defensive game plans at no additional charge, and members only Discord access where we have lab sessions, also free weekly on Wednesday evenings. So make sure you guys take advantage of the best deal in the tip space. $9.95 a month unlocks the entire website, weekly updates, all game plans, and you guys can bundle college football for just $5 additional more per month. I'm playing both games at a high level right now, and I hope that you guys enjoy the content on the website. Now I'll show you guys how to stop this run. So as you saw in that previous example, when you have defensive linemen that are lined up in between the offensive linemen, you're gonna really force these double teams that peel off based off of how you gap shoot. So in this case, we already showed if the linebacker tried to shoot right, the center took him, and when we went to shoot left, the guard took him. So this makes this very challenging. One of the things that I do recommend with this is if you are gonna gap shoot with a player, you actually try to wrap all the way around your defensive tackle. But again, this is gonna be really tough when these guys are lined up in the interior gaps rather than head up on a lineman, because those double teams are so good at picking you up. So even if I'm really aggressive and I try to get down here, this is going to be sometimes challenging based off of whatever front you're in. But you guys just kind of saw the rule here. What you're going to do is take an exaggerated look into this backside gap. The reason you want to do this is because of the weak side rules. When you have this weak side rule, this changes the way that the double team is going to occur. So you see right here, because I'm flashing basically on the left B gap, number 76 has to respect that. We don't get that double team with the center and the left guard, and this opens up an easy gap shoot up the middle for me on this play. So you're gonna see right here that I could actually come down here, and with this, if I just shoot around, this kind of opens up a gap shoot similar to the way that you would operate with a trap. Now, this is basically overall how you're going to gap shoot this. So as you might imagine with this is something where you can kind of stand over the guard, utilize this nose tackle, and then just kind of wrap around. And you see right here in this example, if you do a gap shoot fast enough, sometimes they'll completely bail on the blocking assignments on the front side. But again, this is pretty easy stuff. What you really want to avoid though is that combo block from the center and the guard. So if you can occupy that front side guard here with a 3 technique, this is going to make wrapping around a lot easier. So again, you're going to see right here, basically, I just know the center and the guard are going to take Booger McFarland. You're not going to have anybody for the right guard to look back towards. So he's going to block Fisk, and I'm going to fly in through the front side A gap, and you're going to see, look at how that works. We get this hit stick in the backfield. Now, if you guys are using that new Brian Cushing that comes with the Avalanche, this could be some downhill fumbles that you could force very easily. So you see right here, I'm just consistently doing this out of basically a 3-3 odd. You do need to be a little bit careful. Don't be sloppy with this. Set up correctly. Make sure that you have a 1 tech, a 3 tech, and then you kind of just hover behind, and then you fly in through this front side gap. Again, you see that the line is very smart, but I'm going to show you guys that sometimes there are other defenses in the game that actually make this gap shoot so much easier. This is what I was talking about earlier with, we're actually not going to really allocate that many resources to this to stop this. So I'm going to come out in the 1-4. You guys could call the 3-2 dime, whatever it is that you feel comfortable with, but we're going to be able to utilize the same rule set. So all I'm really going to do right here is I'm going to kind of step out of this guard's area where he's looking at me knee and kind of force him into this weak side double team on the edge. And what you should see is he kind of peels out and boom, now I'm able to fly in and get this sack. It's all about understanding how the block targeting is set up. If you don't want to set up this one tech and then have another D tackle, it's important that you take yourself away from the left guard. If you get down right here, he's going to block you and it's going to make this a lot harder to gap shoot. You see right there, I was able to fortunately get that, but sometimes this is going to be a little bit more of a challenge. Now, if you want to go head up and then just try to wrap around, again, like I said, sometimes those guys will peel off the combo blocks, but again, you see right here, you can wrap around and get this as well. So you can either kind of offset right here and fly in through the weak side A gap. Again, that's a little bit further to travel, or you can get down here, kind of head up on this guard and fly around this front side A gap. And you see that in order for them to pick you up, they have to let that guy go. Otherwise you're coming in free for a big hit. So again, with this weak side rule, you have to understand that where you position your user is going to matter in a big way. And if they're going to pick you up, that means that other players are going to be able to make plays happen. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. It just takes one to chase your opponent out of this run scheme. I hope that this was a informational video for you and you guys can get more stops against this run scheme. I'm up out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get the lab and good luck.